take a look at our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. We've got the 2000's team facing the 90's team. And it's going to be the 2000's team off the tip. Now the starting group for the visitors. LeBron James is out there with Duncan. Then there's Allen Iverson. Then there's Kobe. And it's Shaq in at the center, locking down the middle. Iverson with the bucket.
You know, Tim Duncan does a nice job, especially when one of his guys is open. That floor awareness of his, dime drop.
Pass to Olajuwon. From 16 feet away, he cans it.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
And you do not want to let him get going early because that can get you cooked.
Now here's Iverson. Outside Bryant. Shoots the three. Offensive rebound. Here's Shaq. And he can't bank that one in. And they're running up the floor. Here's Jordan. The shot's good on the assist by Pippen.
And Jordan is simply amazing at finishing through contact. Doesn't matter what you throw at him or who, he finds a way to score.
The three from Iverson. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Iverson's got 6.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Passes to Malone. From deep, Jordan. Tim Duncan with the rebound. And here's the 2000's team. The shot's good from LeBron.
I'll tell you what, if he's within shouting distance of the basket, he's going to get his buckets. You can count on that.
Pippen against LeBron. Outside Pippen. Now the pass to Jordan. Shot clock at 6. Stockton outside. Pass to Malone. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And here's Duncan. He'll bring it up for the 2000's team. 4-point game. 6 feet out. Back to Iverson from the stripe. And the jumper falls for him. He's got 8.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. With the teardrop, Malone. Stockton trying to break loose. And there's Karl Malone on the assist by Stockton.
Boy, I love watching Stockton share the ball. He does it with such aplomb. He's unselfish and always looking for the open man.
Malone against Duncan. Down low. It's stolen by Olajuwon. Here's Pippen. Malone. Good.
And Scottie Pippen so good at surveying the floor. Like seeing him find the open man with those sweet dishes.
Doesn't go that time. So the 90's team will take it the other way. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Really good ball movement there in transition.
We've got 1:48 left to play in the first quarter. Hill against James. Pass to O'Neal. Here's Bryant. Robinson with the block.
And there you see why Robinson is the anchor of this defense. Massive wingspan, easily allowing him to turn away shots.
Now here's Drexler. Following the miss by Kobe Bryant. And it's sent back by O'Neal. They retain possession. Passes it to Drexler. And James pulls it down.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Yep, that one goes in there.
And AI, Allen Iverson, does more than just shoot the ball. He also has a great feel for when his teammates are wide open.
Stockton against Iverson. Stockton kicks to Drexler. Clock at 6. To the paint. Nice move. Shaq misses. And here's the 2000's team. Lob pass to Duncan. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. The 17-footer. O'Neal. The second chance points on the tip-in. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
On the wing, Bryant. Drexler defending. LeBron outside. They get the rebound. O'Neal. Robinson with the block. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. The 90's team ahead, up by 1. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the 90's team.
Well, in the first half of play, they're closing out aggressively, blocking shots, a key indicator of their activity on the defensive side.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunities. They're really keeping it up-tempo so far.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the floor for the 2000's team. Duncan out there with Shaquille O'Neal. Then it's LeBron James. Then there's Allen Iverson. And it's Kobe in at the shooting guard. Hill, no good. And here's Duncan. He'll bring it up for the 2000's team. And they pick up 2.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Guys, what a tight start to the game this has been.
And it's still in the first half. This could be a wild one.
And here's the 2000's team. They trail by 1. Iverson with the ball. Now Payton defending. Iverson with the ball. 8 points for him. Shot clock at 5. From deep three-point range. He can't hit that time.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check, and was maybe a step out of his range.
That's good from Shaq on the assist by James.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
And it'll be the 90's team with their first time out of the game right here.
Every time out, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
And I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
Carter against Pippen. Lobs it up for Jordan. Lays it in off a pretty alley-oop.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a pass to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch.
And he chose the conservative finish with the nice, easy layup, which was a good decision.
Now here's Hardaway. Outside Jordan, lets it go from deep in the hoop for his third make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
Jordan really confident rising up from deep. When he's in rhythm, he sinks these outside jumpers.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one on Malone.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
And not forget about the defensive Garnett now. Outstanding at knowing when to time his leap to block the shot.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're gonna get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
There's the pass to Elijah Wan. The three. And Michael Jordan with the three. Jordan's got 10 points in the game.
After having none in the first, he gets 2 3-point shots to go here.
Nash outside. To the inside, and it's slammed in by Garnett.
You know, Nash is an excellent distributor, a phenomenal floor general, great at recognizing when his guys are open.
Pippen against Carter. Outside Hardaway. Here's Olajuwon. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Hardaway. And the 90s team leads by 3. 1:14 left here in the second. McGrady outside. He dishes it to Nash. 6 to shoot. A shot by McGrady, no good.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Here's Olajuwon, and it's sent back by Carter. And they're pushing it up. Puts it up. Great D that time from Hardaway. So it's the 90s team now. 3-point lead. And a wide open look for Jordan. His 3-pointers off the mark. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Carter. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle. And now a 3-point play chance here for him.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
The 90s team on offense. Here's Drexler. Oh,
Goodness! That was special. Much respect for the bounce of Drexler. I mean, this guy knows how to get up and throw it down with flair.
McGrady passes to Yao. With 4 seconds on the clock. No good off the front iron. Right back after this break. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. We've seen Michael Jordan really having a great game.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
They've got Malone. Jordan is out there with John Stockton. Then it's Olajuwon, and it's Pippen in at the small forward position.
Pippen simply put one of the best small forwards of all time. A defensive powerhouse and a fearless scorer.
And for the 2000's team, Garnett out there with Carter. Then it's Tracy McGrady. Then it's Nash. And it's Yao in at the center.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
Olajuwon can't hit. Floats one up, and there's Tracy McGrady, the assist by Carter. McGrady's got the game tied up here for the 2000's team. Pass to Malone. There's Olajuwon. Kicks it to Stockton. Looks for McGrady, gets it to him. And Nash with the clear pass to the hoop. And stolen by Stockton. And they're on the break.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
You know, numbers don't always tell the story, guys, but his assist totals do paint the picture here. I mean, he's got everybody involved.
A shot by McGrady, no good. Yao dishes to Garnett. Carter looking around and stolen by Jordan. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. And that one's good by Pippen.
Scottie Pippen, a dependable shooter from here now. Like how he gets his feet set first. That's fundamental, but essential.
Carter drives in. McGrady passes to Garnett. On the shot clock and too long on the shot, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tracy McGrady. That'll be his second foul of the game. So for the 90s team, Morning's checked in for Elijah. Robinson comes in for Karl Malone, and it's Hill in for Pippen. To the middle, here's Hill. Yao with the block.
And you have to appreciate the reach of Ming. Superb at putting himself in a good position there to block the shot.
And, you know, passes like that go a long way. Terrific teamwork.
Stockton dishes to Robinson. Here's the three. And John Stockton hits from deep. Stockton's got the lead up to 6 now for the 90s team.
You've got to close out on Stockton now. He's a deadly three-point shooter and has textbook form.
Stolen by Stockton. And now the fast break. Hill with the ball. Pushing it up. And slam dunk by Jordan.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
They get a hand on it. 5 to shoot. It's stolen by Hill. Here's the break. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. Vince Carter picks one up.
Yeah, one of the great in-game dunkers we have. Grant Hill, he might not put on a show with his dunks, but it doesn't make him any less impressive.
Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Here's McGrady. Good, and the assist goes to Nash. McGrady's got 9.
And how about getting a hand up on McGrady, especially when he's looking to shoot from the outside?
Payton against Nash. Payton kicks to Hill. O'Neal inside. Over McGrady, and O'Neal gets it to go. O'Neal's got his second basket of the night.
Really love watching Payton dish it out like that. He's a true floor general who does an outstanding job of getting his teammates to clean looks.
McGrady against Hill, and the 2000's team decides to take their first time out here.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath.
So for the 90s team, Pippen comes in for Clyde Drexler. Hardaway is subbed in for Hill. Payton against Iverson. Back to Bryant. 4 on the shot clock. Pass to LeBron. Fires for 3. It's 1 on the clock. A new 14-second shot clock for the 2000s team.
Love seeing O'Neal use his body to come up with those blocks. An imposing force and a pretty consistent defender as well. He does not lack for confidence. He shouldn't. I mean, this guy's a dangerous scorer.
Passes it to O'Neal. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close. And
O'Neal, clearly one of the biggest human beings you'll ever see. A mammoth of a man. About 1/7 of a ton. And yet, unstoppable.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Hardaway against Bryant. Outside Hardaway. Here's Ewing. Comes up empty from 8 feet. Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the fourth quarter. The 90s team leads by 9. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks, as always, for joining us. They've got Olajuwon. Malone is out there with Pippen. Then there's Hardaway. And it's Payton in at the point guard position. Here's Hardaway. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
And it's sent back by O'Neal.
Love seeing O'Neal use his body to come up with those blocks. An imposing force and a pretty consistent defender as well. Boy, you got to love that assist by LeBron.
Iverson's gone 5 of 7 from the floor here. Here's Malone, and it's Malone finishing it off.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
On the wing, James. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Duncan. LeBron passes to Kobe. Good, and the assist goes to James. James has got his 4th assist in this one.
Boy, you're playing with fire anytime you leave somebody open on James' team. I mean, LeBron, his court vision, outstanding.
And the 90s team calls time here.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major, or it could be just a slight tweak.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what the 90s team head coach said to his team. He said, keep grinding. We're in good shape. Things aren't always going to go perfectly. Don't let that slow you down. Let's just stick to what got us here. Kevin will see if they can build on this lead.
And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the 90s team.
Well, they forced a decent number of turnovers in this one, fellas, and they've turned most of those turnovers into points.
Yeah, but also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
Efficiency personified there. Jordan scoring at will, taking over the game whenever he chooses.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
And he can't hit the second.
Yeah, the quiet intensity that Duncan brings, just incredible. He's a consistent force whose teammates really look up to.
That one's good, and the 90s team lead is cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Allen Iverson. So, it's the 90s team now. They've led by as many as 11 points. It's Pippen on the wing. Pippen is doubled. Inside. Here's Malone. Here's Olajuwon. And Shaq pulls it down. O'Neal's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
The 90s team on offense. A 2-point game. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
First one falls for him. And both free throws good for Pippen.
This is what makes him special, his ability to come through in these spots.
James outside. Shaq against Olajuwon. Duncan kicks to James. And the layup's good off the glass.
And you know, we've come to expect this from LeBron James, guys. I mean, when his team needs a bucket, he rises to the occasion.
So, it's the 90s team now. The lead is 2. Iverson against Stockton. Here's Jordan. That's good. And a nice assist from Stockton.
It is a given. Jordan loves delivering in these big moments. When it's an important possession, he wants the ball and the shot.
James looking around. Iverson. It's going to be out of bounds. The 2000's team will have another go. And the 90's team making a change here. O'Neal's checked in. And Shaq with the slam.
Boy, nobody wants to get in his way when he's this deep. Watch out.
And the 90's team calls time here. They're up by 2. We've got 1:28 left to play here in the fourth. And now we present our New Balance player of the game, Michael Jordan.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. And that has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
Pippen against LeBron. Over LeBron. Pippen can't hit. And here's the fast break. Kobe, that's for 2. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
They came close there to tying it up.
Yeah, you know, and after the way they fought back into it here in the fourth, that would have been a big bucket for them.
And here's the 2000's team, trailing by 2.
And O'Neal, clearly one of the biggest human beings you'll ever see. A mammoth of a man. A 1/7 of a ton. And yet, unstoppable.
And he ends up making the second, and that narrows the gap to 1. 54 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. James against Pippen. Over Duncan. Off the left rim and out. Kobe, the pass to LeBron. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
You know, when James is looking to score, he puts defenders in really tough spots. And when he's aggressive and tenacious, watch out.
And he ends up missing both free throws. This could be a turning point.
Critical possession right here.
It's good from beyond the arc.
Well, Jordan has been fantastic.
Can't waste any time here.
No, you need a quick bucket and then a quick foul.
It's in! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Watch out now. Duncan is caught fire.
And the 90's team calls time here. They lead by 2. 27 seconds left in the game. Ball's knocked loose, and it's out of bounds, and they say last touch by Bryant.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
And stolen by Iverson.
This isn't a done deal yet, but they have got to move quick.
They've got to go all out trying to force a turnover here. Boy, is it tough to stop LeBron right now.
We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Outside Pippen. So we are headed to overtime, and we'll be back with you right after this. Glad to have you with us as we get going in overtime. Neither team giving an inch in this one. Going to be the 2000's team off the tip, and no shortage of excitement here, and we're officially underway in overtime in this game, courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. On the court right now for the 90's team. O'Neal is out there at Malone. Then there's John Stockton. Then there's Pippen, and it's Jordan in at the 2.
You gotta respect the quickness of Pippen. Just terrific at getting to the right spot there in transition.
Yeah, he's checked in for Shaq. Here is Bryant. Over Jordan. The rebound by Malone. Malone's got his 5th rebound in this one. Stockton's shot is good.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly.
Oh!
Are you kidding me? Nothing out of the ordinary there for LeBron. I mean, insane athleticism.
Guys, they're holding on to the slimmest of leads.
Yeah, and you can't afford to let that thing get any slimmer.
The pass to Jordan. Three-pointer. That falls. Nice feed that time from Scottie Pippen. Jordan's got 24 points.
Really hard to count how many of their possessions have ended just like that, with one of his shots falling.
Yeah, that's not a bad way to end the possession, though, and it's the reason this game is coming down to the wire. I mean, his touch from outside and from the field in general has been superb.
And the 90s team calls time here. They're in front by 3. A minute 50 left to play in the first overtime. Olajuwon's checked in for O'Neal. We play just over a minute here in OT. Pass to Olajuwon. Over Yao. And Olajuwon gets it to go on the assist by Jordan. And the 90s team leads by 5. And here's James. He'll bring it up for the 2000's team. And here's Iverson outside. Excellent D from Stockton.
You know, the ill-advised threes isn't how you want to close the gap. You've got to have better shot selection. And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Yao, good.
And Yao Ming's a handful when he's this deep. I mean, virtually impossible to guard. You can't let him get this kind of positioning. Easier said than done, though.
And stolen by Yao. And here's the fast break. Bryant leading the way. And it's James missing. So it's the 90s team now. It's a 5-point game. Shots good by Pippen.
Yeah, and Jordan sees the floor so nicely. I mean, one of his guys has a clean look. He gets the ball to him in whip-like fashion.
Iverson outside. Off target from three-point range. The feed now to Malone. The shot's good on the assist by Pippen. And now it's a 9-point 90s team lead.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Pass to Pippen. Stockton outside. Back to Jordan. And it's Jordan with the jam.
Outstanding finishing there by Jordan. Terrific at getting inside and powering the flush down.
And a hard finish there, guys.
Yeah, and only one hand needed for that one.
Sometimes that's all you need.
So we see the 90s team get the win here. They had to scrape and claw to push it to overtime, but they really came on in the extra period.
What a ride. I mean, I thought it might end in regulation, but you know what? They came through big and did exactly what was necessary once we got into OT.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.